Next thing we'll do here is the 1970s repack break, so that should be good fun. We got 20 boxes of this we're going to open. I think there were, oh, I don't know, 15 or 16 people who bought these, somewhere in that range, but 20 of them every pack. So, I put these together myself. Every pack should have 12 cards guaranteed, plus one of those. You should have one card from every year in the 1970s, as well as one guaranteed Hall of Famer. So that also means you'll get one kind of extra card as well. So 12 cards total, one Hall of Famer, should get one from every set from the 70s. That's the idea. Now, I did put these together by hand, and it is a little mundane if you've never done such a thing. And so it is certainly possible that I've made mistakes. And so if I make mistakes, I'll do my best to make them right for you. But um, that's that's the idea, at least. Um, I'm just putting these packing slips in order really quick from the order you bought in. So we'll open um, in that vein. So, and if you bought into these and you're in the chat here, I'll swap back over to my other scene really quick. And then make this bigger so you can see. These are the how many boxes people bought, and this is the order we're going in. So, um, if you're in the chat, you want to say, "Hey, grab the third one from the top" or something, like, I don't care. Just let me know before it's your turn. And you can see I got a stack of 20 here. So three, so sixes across, and then there's one on top there and one down here. So I'll pull the two down. So then we got three columns of sixes, so you can reference them that way. Um, and of course, all these boxes are hand serial numbered. Um, I ended up having, I think I bought, well, and some of them I already had, but I added in, so I essentially this is 10 set breaks, all divided up into 600 boxes is the general idea. I did add about 300 Hall of Famers to make that come out even. Um, so that's the general idea behind those. All right, I think I'm ready to roll here. Yep. All right, perfect. Oh, Tom is a ton of work, but it honestly was fun. I mean, it's a lot faster than if I was doing 10 individual set breaks. I'll say it that way, right? Because I went through, pulled all the Hall of Famers out, pulled the big, obviously there were some gradable, there are over 100 graded cards as well. Submitted a lot of cards for grading, had some additional graded cards I added in, um, and so it was a lot faster though than doing just a set break on 1978 tops, and it's like it wouldn't really be worth it. And so in some ways the value of 70, 71, 72, 73, and 75, you know, kind of make it worth it to do all 10. So I've never done a set break of, anything after 70. mm, Maybe I did 176, but anything after 76, just because the value's not there. It's not worth the time to sit down and sort 800 cards. But if, splitting it up this way made it go a little faster. All right. So, Kelly, if you're in the chat, tell me which ones you want. Otherwise, I'll pick for you, and I'll just, grab randomly out of the columns here. Um, and I'm not seeing Kelly yet, so I'm assuming Kelly's not here. So, uh, Chris, Steven, Chris, we got three Chris's. Okay, so Marzullo, Gangi, Battaglia. If Stephen, you guys are coming up, so if you want to say, you go ahead and say in the chat, because again, there is probably like a 3 or 5 second lag. All right, so I'm gonna grab middle row for Kelly to start out with. This one is hand numbered to 114. My wife did some of the numbering, just FYI. If it's ugly handwriting, I did it. If it's pretty handwriting, she did it. All right. So there some also the packing materials vary. All right. So you can see there. Um, see what you got. And since there are a little over 100, I think it's like, I don't know, 104 or something, graded cards in the break, I mean, all distributed about throughout these boxes, it falls about 1 in every 6, on average, which is actually how I tried to space that out. I do 5 without and 1 with. All right. Darrell Evans, Expos, and in general, they'll go 1979 on top and get older as you go down until you get to the Hall of Famer and the extra card. So there's 73, Chambliss, 72, Gaston in action, and Angels Rookie Stars for 71, Gaston again for 70. You got Johnny Bench and Don Kessinger. So there are those. Bench there's what, 76. So very nice. Overall, these 70 sets are in EX-ish condition. EX Mint, with a few, or lots of near mint, honestly, throughout, especially the later 70s. So that's Kelly's first one. Kelly's got 2. So there's 1 down. And then, let's see, we'll go right column this time. So this one is 452. Also, the next, if I ever do this again, because again, it is a lot of work. If I ever do this again, I will use smaller boxes because these take up a ton of room. Different packing materials throughout. Some of them have bubble wrap, some of them have, the scrunched paper, some have packing peanuts. All right, Kelly, let's see what you got here. Skip Lockwood, Don Kessinger, Roy White in the 76. 75 is Joe LaHood, Willoughby, Bill Grief, Hal McRae in action, Phil Roof, Jim Northrup, George Brett, 76. And a 72 of Cesar Gutierrez. That's a high number. So, high number's nice. So there's 2 down. Get that packing slip there. All right. Let's see. Up next, we got Chris Marzullo. I don't think I've seen Chris in the chat either. All right. So no Chris. I'll Let's see, we haven't done the third column yet. Let's see, let's just go off the top here, see how we do. This one is number 19. Now, these should be good fun to open though. I mean, I like the idea of them getting older as as you thumb through. Like Kirby, Sadecki, Bill Lee, Matterwald, Grant. There's Dodgers team card. Rod Carew, Pie Trainer. It's a fun one. I somebody asked me on the Facebook page, like, hey, Pete Rose isn't a Hall of Famer. You know, Thurman Munson's not a Hall of Famer. Do you count those guys as Hall of Famers? I definitely didn't, Dale Murphy or Thurman Munson. I don't think I counted Rose as a Hall of Famer on any of the packs, but I certainly could have because in my mind I always think of him as a Hall of Famer. So if you if you get a Pete Rose card in your box and you're like, hey, he's not a Hall of Famer, and message me and I'll send you a Hall of Famer from the 70s because I apologize. Um, all right, let's see. Steven Bauman up next. I should highlight these as I go so I don't forget where I am. Orange. Orange is good. All right, so we're on Steven. Steven, I don't see you in the chat, so let's do 88 for you. All right, see what we got. We've opened 4 boxes. We got 3 different styles of, filling up the extra space in the box. All right. Nelson, Johnny Oates, Bob Robertson. It's a really nice one. The condition on a lot of these, I didn't, go through to consider if any of the commons were worth grading. If you're into that sort of thing, there may be some in there. I mean, it's a really nice Sam McDowell centered. Chico Ruiz. We got Jerry Roos. He's not our Hall of Famer. He is a high number, though. And then Willie Stargell. Right, so that was Steven. Then we got Christopher Gangi up next. Let's see. There we go here. Go right column. We got 93. Right. So you can already see this one's maybe got a little something extra in it. Elias Sosa, Hiller, there's Lou Piniella, Busby. We got the Red Sox team card for 74. Kissin. Dave Roberts. Really nice Dave Roberts. Just a little off center, but man, that's a crispy card. Julian Javier. And Dick Kelly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, good. And then we've got a graded card here, which is Steve Carlton. That is in CSG 7. There you go, Christopher. I think all the 70s cards I had graded in here were either SGC or PSA for some of the rookies, but um, there were a handful that I had acquired when I was buying those extra star cards that were maybe CSG, um, and maybe a couple of Beckett's as well. Right. Chris Battaglia. Let's see, we'll go this side. Let's see, 193. Okay. Chuck Baker, 78 checklist. Stager, 76 checklist, so 2 checklists in this one. Lolich, hey, there's Dusty Baker. Oh, yep. Interesting. Okay, yeah, 76, 75, 74 Baker, 73 Tennis, 71 Orioles champs. Nice looking card. The 71 set may have been, the nicest 71 set I've ever owned. I mean, it was really just top to bottom, very minimal chipping, nice examples. 70 Phillies rookies. There's Johnny Bench, 72. Followed up by Alan Gallagher, who is, let's see, 693. I think that's a high number. If not, it's a semi-high, which are still nothing to sneeze at in terms of 72 no-name guys. So that was Chris. All right. Next up, Thomas. I've seen you in the chat, man. You got 2 here, so if you want to tell me which ones you want, feel free. All right. You want bottom middle. All right, bottom middle. That is 331. All right, this one's got packing peanuts. All right, Jim Sundberg, Steve Henderson, Sparky Anderson, Greg Gross, Bob Robertson, Bill Hands, Jack Aker, Jim Harden, Dave McNally, Boyhood photos of the stars. I wish they'd do another set like this. I don't know, maybe they have. They probably did it in 70 when they did the Heritage 72s. I need to go back and look at that. I don't remember. 71 checklist and 70. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And there's one more here in the box. And Joe Morgan, 71. SGC 3.5. It's a nice one there for you, Tom. And then top left for your next one. You got it, man. You picked well on the bottom middle. Get those back in there. All right, top left. There we go. That is 22. Aurelio Lopez. Pete McKinnon. Terry Forrester. Tom Johnson. Also, if Josh Hubik or Andrew Perez are in here, be ready to tell me which boxes you want, guys. Dick Allen, all-star first baseman, nice 75. Adrian Garrett, Jerry Grote, Wilbur Wood, Jarvis Tatum, Felipe Alou, Terry Forrester. You got 2 Terry Forresters, but there's also still a card in here. You picked well, Tom. You picked well. Look at that, Hank Aaron, 1976, SGC 3.5. A little brutal on the grade, honestly. Nice centering, crease free. I mean, some mild corner wear, but really nice example. I sent that one in. If I thought it was going to be a 3.5, I probably wouldn't have sent it, but it looks better than that. So nice hit, Tom. All right. Make sure I get your shipping, your packing slip here with those so I don't get anybody mixed up. All right. All right, let's see. So, Josh, nothing in the chat, so I'll just go with this one in front of me. 335. There you go, 335. Josh has got 2 coming his way, so Jim Barr, Lumbee, Harrelson, Doc Ellis, George Stone, Gilbreth, Singer, World Series, Game 7. Roberto Rodriguez, Elrod Hendricks, Carl Yastrzemski, and Bobby Mercer. Again, high number. We've been on the 72 high numbers in this run, that's for sure. All right, then one more for Josh? Let's see, we'll go here. Card one, or this is 100. There we go. Melbourne, Oliver, Blue Jays, Foucault. There you go. There's 75 AL Championships card. A's Orioles. We got Paul Popovich, McRae, Buck Martinez, Danny Cater. We got Ron Brand, who is, we got Jim Catfish Hunter. Brand, he's 773, so he's a real high number. Of course, if you do the math on the sets with, okay, if I've got 600 packs, which sets have well over 600 cards? Well, 72's got more than any of them with 787. So your extra card, that 12th card, is more often than not going to be one of those sets that's north of 700 cards. Right, so haven't seen Andrew in the chat yet either. All right, how many more we got? 10 more. So we're halfway through these, and then we'll go to bed, folks. Right, so Andrew, let's do yours right here. 297. Okay. Andrew's got 2 as well. So let's see. Knapp, Forsch, Foster, Milner, Morton, Downing. The 75 set's a really gorgeous set too. In the scans, you can see, the every 75 card that's graded in this break that is graded by SGC was in this original set. It came out of East Tennessee. It's just absolutely gorgeous. The Brett and the Yount both got 7s, if I recall. Well, I do recall that for sure. Those are the only ones I recall. We got Jim Palmer here, and then Willie Montanez, 690. Those 75s are really nice as well. All right, so there's Andrew's first one. Then one more for Andrew. So let's go back to the well. Same spot, top right. 77. And so Dana or Matthew Connor or Alan Roth, if y'all are in the chat, be ready to tell me which one you want. Of course, they're getting fewer options as we go here. Oh, this is a good one. Got a graded card here. With Mickey Rivers on top. Ron White, McLaughlin, Gilbraith, Darwin, Barr, Busby, Marty Perez. There's a 72 4th Series checklist. Grich, Al Jackson. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, then we got, see what we got here. Johnny Bench, PSA 6, 1975. So really nice example. This is one of those extras. I didn't have this one graded myself. As I mentioned, the ones I had graded were with SGC, but nice bench there for you. All right. Next up, we got Dana. Let's see. We'll just go off the top from now on unless somebody wants something different. 74. And Dana's got 2. Hale, Rader, Campbell, Dobson, Mets with a little Yogi there in the corner. Vida Pinson, Hernandez, Steve Braun, Gagliano, Gary Nolan, and Billy Williams. Followed by Joe, can't read it, Grisinda, 691. Right. And Dana's next one. This one is 92. Bloomberg, Splittorf, Perez, Monteveres, Taylor, Paddock, Roy White, Metzger, Fiore, Moorhead, Mike Schmidt. Followed up by a Bob Reed. Yeah, he's a high number 2. There's those for you, Dana. Right, then we got Matthew Connor up next. So, again, if you're in the chat, folks, I'm coming. Last 6 to go here. So, Matthew, Alan, Liam, Stephen, Benjamin. Right, let's see. Left or right? We went right last time. We'll go left this time. This one's 85. Rasmussen, 78 Checklist, 77 Red Sox, 76 Metzer, DeMary, Lang, Pina, McGee, McDaniel, Bill Melton, Juan Marichal, 70, 71, and then a 70 Ron Fairley. Fairley, there's a high number. All right. Sorry, just got distracted. My phone thought it was time to tell me that the final score of Sunday Night Football, and had a fantasy interest and lost my focus. I apologize. All right, Alan, you're here at 87. Kemp, Soto, Johnson, Summers, Hayes, Fanzone, Fanzoni, I'm sure. Abernathy, Tennis, Henderson, Donahue, Jim Wynn, and Dave Winfield. Wynn, 770. Nice high number. Dave Winfield. Yeah, some of these high numbers from 70, 71, 72, they definitely have the potential to be more valuable than some of the Hall of Famers if they're from the later 70s, which is a little ironic, I guess. But good for the set builders. Some of the short prints are super annoying. All right, Liam McGarry, got two of them coming your way. So I'm gonna do just these two right here. 336, or no, 356 on that one. All right. Valentine, Lolich, Anderson, Sherman, Brewer, Brown, World Series, Game 2. Stevenson, Buzz Steven, got Johnny Bench in action, 72. Really nice clean card. And Tommy Reynolds. I don't know if that's a high or semi-high, 676. You go look at where that divide is. That's the other fun thing about the 70s break of packing it up was, we've not done a ton of 70s breaks, so I'm just not overly familiar with them like I am the 50s and 60s at this point. It's a second one for Liam. This is 86. Madlock, Kendall, no idea. Scott, Carithers, Rooker, Buddy Bell, got an All-Star Rookie Cup card there. Chezzy, Quincy, Manch, Jack Aker, and Steve Carlton. Aker is high number, 769. All right. 2 to go. All right, so let's see, Steven got 464 here. Chambliss, Mendoza, Walker, Remy, Rookie Cup, Leading Fireman, Forrester, Marshall, Carithers, Bocabella, Hernandez, Rich Hand, Bossman. Then we got Don Sutton, that's rookie, and then Jim Stewart. There we go. All right, last but certainly not least, Benjamin Elliott. And I will say, I maybe should have said this at the beginning. Some of you, you know, several people bought packs, but they didn't buy the live rip pack. So there are two listings. There was the live rip listings, which had 20 spots discounted if you let me open it for you. Um, Helps me show people what this is like. So I thought, hey, let's give 10% off. But a lot of people, bought just ones for me to just ship, unopened, which I'll do with your 65 break or your view, or just on its own if you didn't order anything else. But just know that those will ship. So if you're hanging around like, hey, I thought I ordered, nobody said anything or anything, but I should have said that at the beginning. If you didn't order off the live rip listing, it won't be ripped live. All right, Benjamin Elliott. But yeah, I'll do some more of these as time goes on. I think sold like 150 of these packs so far. 600. So they'll be hanging around here for a couple of months. We'll do 10 here, 20 there, as we, to tack on to broadcast. It'll be good fun. And then if people like them, they go well, then who knows? I may do some 60s or something. Juan Marichal, 1970 All-Star, and then Lee May. He's 733, so that's a high number. All right. So that does it for this one. Later this week, I'll be posting a full list of breaks coming in January. I've got some good ones stocked up for us. Um, am still waiting on a few grading orders to get back, but I've got some that already are, so we'll definitely have some good breaks coming up, and we'll have some good fun with that. Do um, some more of the 70s live rips next weekend as well. Try to do um, maybe a basketball box or something to keep basketball involved. Got a few basketball and football sets as well that we should be able to break in the next couple of months. So give us a little variety. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you buying in. You can always check out what we've got to offer on burlsports.com. And that's all I got. Hope you have a happy new year. This is Burl signing off.